Humanity won't survive catastrophic climate change, certainly not in societies as we know them today. As the world's population grows and our economies grow, the environmental impact on the planet worsens. As a result, there are increasing calls for economic degrowth, that is, reducing the size of the economy to reduce humanity's impact on the environment. But a shrinking economy is seen as a disaster for any democratic government. Overall living standards will fall, allowing opposition politicians to highlight the government's incompetence and tell us how much better we would all be if they were in charge. For this reason, degrowth is unlikely to be adopted as a policy goal anytime soon. But should it? I'm Dev Mukherjee and welcome to my Dog Walk Thoughts. First, a bit of an economics lesson. Gross domestic product is a common measure of economic activity. The textbooks define GDP as the value of all final goods and services produced and rendered in a specific period in a country. The most recent Australian Bureau of Statistics data showed that Australian GDP increased by 1% over the previous year. Why is a recession seen as terrible? Well, a shrinking economy results in rising unemployment and more people living in poverty. That's a result no one wants. On the other hand, there is a link between economic activity and greenhouse gas emissions, mainly because we rely on fossil fuels for energy and transport, and steel production, for example. The total global emissions of greenhouse gases must be reduced to zero as quickly as possible. The longer-term goal should be to reduce greenhouse gases in the atmosphere to a safe level. How can this be done? I don't have the answers, but I don't believe the focus should be on degrowth or reducing GDP. Rather, humanity must break the connection between economic activity and greenhouse gas emissions, as well as other environmentally destructive practices. Ending fossil fuel use would be a great start. The good news is that there is a lot of action around the globe to reduce emissions, for example by transitioning to emissions-free energy and transport, storing carbon dioxide by protecting and replanting forests, or adding carbon to soils through changing farming practices, even storing carbon in concrete, and much more. All these things contribute to economic activity and potentially add to economic growth. For this reason, I'm not a great fan of the degrowth advocates. However, we do need to do more and do it faster.